Hello, screenwriters, and welcome to Writing for Screens, the Screenwriting Step-by-Step Project, episode 91. My name is Glenn Gers, and every Monday through Friday at approximately 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I come here to show you, let you look over my shoulder as I am writing a TV drama pilot script. Every day's work, just going from rough idea through the outline, through the rough draft, which is what we're doing now, and then we're going to do a revised, a polished draft. And I am letting you share my screen as I do this and talking to you about what's on my mind as I try to figure this out step by step, in the hope that this will teach you something about the process of screenwriting. It is not to tell you that this is the best way to write a script. It is not the only way to write a script. It's not even necessarily the right way. It's just the way I've managed to figure out, teaching myself for the past 25 years as a professional TV and screenwriter. And I just wish that someone had shown me this stuff 25 years ago. Would have made my life just a little bit easier. And I wanted to take you along on this journey because I think it's a way of looking at script writing that no one else does, because it's weird. It's a weird thing to talk to you as I'm doing this. But I also think it helps you to see what a improvisational mix of mechanics and guesswork and everything else that goes into writing a rough draft of a scene and then trying to figure out later how to polish it up. That's what we're doing here. I like to have people watch me. Hello, Roddy O'Tons and Matthew and 99 Precinct. Good to see you all here. Because I think it's helpful. It's just that simple. So let's stop the intro, which I try to do. I try to give people time to get here, but at the same time, I know most of you are not watching live. So therefore, this is just bull. This is just nonsense. So I'm trying to balance here between giving people time to come online. Hello, Andrea. And not stalling out the people who are there, who are watching this and just want me to get to work. So I'm going to do that. Okay. Hi, 234 Pika. Let us get to work. We are going to, oh, somebody new. Jack 90. Hello. We are in the midst of a long sequence of dialogue scenes in which the two main characters of this entire series are getting to know each other. We have just finally gotten them out of the house where they are in. They're now in a diner, and I need to figure out how to get all this stuff that I just brainstormed down into the outline. I have to figure out how to get it into the actual script. All right, this is not going here. This is the outline for those of you who do not know about this. You know what? We don't even need this at all. It's already said. Okay. This doesn't even belong in the outline, but I'm gonna move it up here. No, it goes here. It goes in the overview, in the general. Okay. The overview is a document where I put down my big picture summary of the characters, summary of the story, tone, all that stuff. And so I'm just going to try and get to Madeline and just drop this in here so I don't forget it. Okay, there we go. Hello, Ricky. Hello, Jose. Gosh, people are really busy chiming in here. Hello. Good to see all of you. We are just checking the outline to see what we have to write today, because today we are doing the diner scene. Oh, Mally's here. Hello, Mally. So the point, the first thing we want to get to is that she is realizing that although she didn't even know it at first, she's beginning to come to realize that something has happened to her because of this sudden catastrophe, this sudden terrible thing. So let's get into the text here. All right, there we go. All right, so they're in the. Okay. No, we don't need that. All right. Okay. Cool. All right. So what we're going to get to here is, I don't even. So she's looking around. I don't know who George was. I don't know who this guy was. She's going to talk about how she had become distant. I don't even know who this guy was. I don't even know who this guy was. This George who got murdered. I don't want to say who got murdered. That's so. I don't even know who this guy was. This George. Who this was. This George. No, not this guy. Who this was. This George. This George. It was 30 years ago. George was already gone. I don't even know who this was, this George. He was already gone. He's already gone. This is just. This is just. I don't even know this. He was already gone for me. Yeah. He was already gone. Can you hear me when I'm mumbling to myself? What I'm doing is I'm trying to get into her head and find words. It's just like trying out sounds, trying out notes of a song, and when you hear them, when you get them going, then you can say, "Oh yes, this one, not that one." This is just bizarre, impossible. It's just. He was already gone for me. And no, I don't. This guy who. Did a podcast about serial killers. This guy who did a podcast about serial killers. I don't know who that was. I don't know who that was. I don't know. I was married to a rock and roll drummer. I was married another century. Another century. And another century. I was married to a drummer in a band in New York 100 years ago. 30. In the 20th century. In the 20th century. 20th. Cool. That's good dialogue, actually. I don't even know who this was. This George. This George. And that's not capitalized. It's not a new sentence. This George. He was already gone for me. This guy who did a podcast about serial killers. I was married to a drummer in a band in New York in the 20th century. You still might have feelings. Yeah, that's it. You still might have feelings. I do have feelings. What do you think? You think I don't have feelings? What do you think? I have feelings. I do have feelings. I'm not just... What do you mean? What do you mean? See, here's what I'm thinking, by the way. He's trying to be empathetic and sometimes you mirror what you think the person is feeling. You try and get them to talk. But you might have feelings provokes in her an awareness that she has shut down her feelings. She has been a person who kind of hides her feelings or doesn't allow herself to fully feel things. What do you mean? I have feelings. So that's what I want to. Some corporate bitch. Corporate bitch. Not just some corporate bitch. I have feelings. What do you mean I have feelings? Wow. Yeah. I'm just some corporate bitch. Some drone. Some corporate drone. Yeah. I know that. What? That's right. No, I have not given myself a deadline. I've got when you work on something, after you've done it a bunch, after I've done like 30, 40 scripts, you get a rough sense of how long something will take. My guess is that this will go until spring, till hopefully early spring. I don't know, like March. But I really haven't. I'm not. There's no reason to have a deadline. The deadline is when we feel like it's good enough and done, or that we've that I've taught enough with it. I love her. Yes, it was the reason I changed last century to the 20th century is it felt too stepped back and calm. It felt summary, whereas she's being very specific. A drummer, a band, New York. In the 20th century, it's like she's not telling a story. she's working things out in her mind, and it felt to me like in the last century was very rational and judged and thoughtful. So I don't know. It felt better. I didn't believe that she would be able to say something so neutral. It felt very neutral to me. It felt very everything's finished. We're fine. I understand, and I don't think that she's at that place. Or you mean or equally? I think Core. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I just want to be there. I have feelings. Corporate drone, bitch. Some corporate drone. I know that. What? Sorry. See now, like this is what I mean. Like he's like, what? Where is this coming from? And the odds are that half the people will be like, what? Like, what's wrong? But for the moment, I'm going to leave it. I probably won't leave that line because it's too open to interpretation. I see your question, Jose. I'll get to it. I'm working. I'm on a roll. I'm not actually on a roll. That's why I'm working, because I'm not on a roll, but I can get to a roll if I keep thinking through it. All right. What do you mean? I'm not just. I know that. What? I obviously know that. I know that. I obviously know that. It's hard leaving him. He's wild life. We had a wild life together. We had a wild time. We had a wild life. It was intense. It was intense. It was intense. It was everything I ever wanted. It was everything I ever wanted. So it was everything I ever wanted. So why did you leave? Because it was everything I ever wanted. Because it was everything I ever wanted, and when I was 17. Ever I didn't know. Because it was everything I ever wanted when I was 18 years old. Which means I had no idea. Because it was everything I ever wanted when I was 8. Because I was 18 years, so everything I ever wanted. Because I was 18. Because I was 19 years old. So everything. Crazy. Foolish. And dangerous. What's interesting is I'm getting a sense of Madeline's voice, which is she has these short, broken up sentences. she's just, I don't think that she's tough. I don't think she's like hard boiled. I think she's trying to figure stuff out. So she only speaks in these short bursts because she's adding to the thought. She's groping her way towards an understanding, so that therefore she speaks in these really. I'm just getting this sense that she talks that way. So why did you leave? Because I was 19 years old. So everything I wanted was crazy. It was everything I ever wanted. So everything I wanted was crazy and foolish and dangerous. Yeah, that's actually interesting. I haven't seen the new Diana movie, but yeah, she is actually. She's an interesting 50-year-old Kristen Stewart. Crazy and foolish and dangerous. And if I stayed with him, I was going to die. It felt like if I stayed with him, I was going to die. Drugs. Lack of fear. He was fearless. What's the word for fearless? That's not less. That's not. I wanted to say something positive. It's like that was something everybody did. All of us did drugs. All of us did drugs. Shakes her head, shrugs. All of us did drugs. That wasn't it. All of us did it. That was. He was just fearless. He was just. Fearless. He was just fearless. Musically. Emotionally. Financially. All out. All out. All in. All or nothing. All in. Idea how crazy, dangerous it is to be. Fears. Jump off. Jump off the stage. Jump off the roof. He would musically, emotionally. He would jump off the stage. He would jump off the roof. He would jump past his bank. Jump past his credit limit. He would jump into a swamp of flesh and passion. Jump into a passion. Condom. He would jump into, yeah, that's better. Do you have any idea how dangerous it is to be fearless? He would jump off the stage, he would jump off the roof, past his credit limit, into a, yeah, we don't need to see. There we go, into a passion pit. Into a passion pit without a condom. He was, yes, yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm amazed he lasted as long as he did. I'm astounded that he lasted into a passion pit without. I'm amazed. I'm amazed he lasted as long as he did. No, I want to get into the you would telecom. It's like he was missing. Missing a part of his brain. It was incredibly appealing until you. He was open, he was daring, he was Now, here's the thing. Now, because I'm writing a speech now. The thing about a speech is this kind of says it. This ends the speech. But this part, which is really, this part is really a continuation of this part. And this is in the way. There we go. Open, he was daring. In general, you go for threes. He was da 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 da. But I just did a three. Jump on into a match. He was open, he was daring. I think. He was open, he was daring. That's repetitive. to take it to the emergency room or find a way to pay the bills. Okay, that's a good speech. That's better. That's better. That's interesting. All right. Can I get away with this much blather, with this much talk and talk and talk, which, you know, some people don't like, but that's not bad. It's pretty good talk. Okay, let's see what we're doing here. What else do we have to get to? Do we need dishwasher safe yet? Andrea's right. Pay the bills. So you had to pay the bills. Pay the rent. So you had to take them to the emergency room or pay the rent. You know, I'm not even sure we need that. So you have to take him to the emergency room. So you had to take him to the emergency room. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so I ran away to save myself. Can I don't want. I'm not sure how much I want to get to here, because there's going to be some stuff that we wanted to, like, her to learn more about herself in subsequent episodes, not just all in one. Let me look at the outline. Yeah, I don't even think we need this. Okay, so okay. Right. Or take care of, or go to his, or move into his crime scene. Or take care of his affairs after his death, or sleep in his crimes. No, you don't. I don't want to get to that. Or his funeral. Till you had to go to till you had to get him. Until you had to get him out of the emergency room. Until you had to get him out of the emergency room, or make arrangements for his funeral. Yeah, take him to the emergency room. Make his funeral arrangements. Yeah, that's what it is. I don't know why it does that. When I drag, it somehow gets smaller on your screen. Okay. himself. He's right. We're gonna maybe we can find the guy who did it. I don't care. I don't care. The problem is of it, not if. Maybe we can find the guy who did it. Who took his life? George did. Group I'm in. The web sleuths. Online. The group I'm in. Online detectives. Online detectives. You never know. You never know. Maybe you really can. Maybe they really can. What's hive mind? Hive mind. This and hive mind. This and group source. No. Crowdsource. George did it. George killed George. All right, I think I'm going to stop there because that was a heck of a little run there. Wow, look at all that. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that was good. I'm rereading it. In case a lot of writing is rereading what you've written, getting the flow, getting a sense of what's there and what's not. Cool. We have got ourselves another hunk of this scene done. Let me look at what we got here. Okay, we have not gotten to this. We have not gotten to this. This is all to come. All. suddenly yeah. Okay. All righty. There we go. We got a hunk of stuff done. Let's. That was that was me writing. I probably didn't talk much. I honestly don't remember because I was writing. I was writing stuff in the scene, so that was good. Yeah, it's just a hunk of the scene. I'm gonna have the thing about this scene is that it's good, but it's long. It's a lot, and the reason it's long, actually, no particular section of it is too long, but the fact that there are so many sections of dialogue between these two people, that's either going to be what we call a set piece, a sort of showy example of character development, or it's going to be impossible and boring. I don't think it is, but I'm going to have to make it convincingly a set piece. A set piece. Let me see. Oh, we got. Yeah, I did a whole video on set pieces. Set pieces. A set piece is whatever the story, the genre of your work is. If it's an action movie or a musical or a detective story, there's something that it promises the audience. It's like you're going to see thrills, or you're going to see clever byplay, or you're going to see love, or you're going to see silliness. Whatever that is, you have certain sequences where you really do that. I think of this as a character comedy drama. It's about the interplay between characters. So for me, this is a set piece. It's a moment when the development of characters and the interplay between characters is just flying. So I think it's going to be good. Hello. Hi. Thank you, Jack. That's great. I'm good to know. Cool. Sorry, Janae, I'm going to be leaving soon. I just finished a big section of the script, and we're going to start again tomorrow, I think, because we're really getting somewhere. So yeah, this. We still have 2 or 3 more sections just of this scene. So sequence. This sequence is not this scene. I think she's going to like head out, and I wanted to break it up. I wanted to have her become uncomfortable with her thoughts and stand up to leave the place they were in. So that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you. All of you, you have yourselves a good, safe evening and day, and I will see you tomorrow, and go write something.